I decided to do a full get ready with me, a little bit sped up using my SEINT makeup, and you can see from beginning to the end the whole process. So here I'm using Cupcake, which is a vanilla based eyeshadow. I already have my primer on and I put this over it just so my lid isn't sticky and it just gives it a nice base. Here I'm actually using my this is Georgia Illuminator. It's a powder illuminator and it's also a great eyeshadow. So I just start off with the brush, which gives a lighter application. Any kind of shimmer, it always goes on lighter if you use a brush, and you'll get more impact if you use your finger. So make sure that's blended. Next, I'm going in with Emerald City with the smaller end of my brush, and I'm actually playing with my colors just to see what look I get. So I'm just putting it on the outer edge, and I slowly take my time. I blend it, and then I'll add more product until I get the color payoff that I want. And the key thing is just to constantly blend. And you can see I put my head back like that is just so I don't have the creases in my eyes and my canvas on my eyelid is a little flatter. Next, I went into Georgia Illuminator again. And this time I used my finger, so I had a little bit more impact on the color payoff, so it's a little bit brighter. Doing the same thing on this side with Emerald City. Again, just taking my time, building up the color, putting my head back so I don't have those creases, and going into Georgia again with my finger, just so I have better payoff with color. And then it blends in the two colors really nicely. Here I'm using my iconic London, this is the dual-ended eyeliner. This is in Juniper Green, and this is just giving my eyelid a little bit more depth when you tightline. I like to tightline sometimes if I just want a little bit more of a dramatic look with my eyes. And it's not crazy dramatic, it just gives a little bit more. Makes your mascara look a little fuller too. Okay, mascara's on. Now I'm actually using the color Frenchie. It's a blush color, but I use it a lot to color correct before I put on my AKA concealer color. Now I'm going in, that is Sandy and Hazel, and I'm just doing my main face. So I'm gonna let Frenchie in the corner of my eyes just sit there while I put on my main color. Now I want you to know too, my face is actually irritated in this video because I had used some of my tretinoin on my face, so my skin is a little bit dry and a little irritated. And goes to show you that cream makeup works really well even if you have dry skin. You just don't use a lot of product. If you use too much product, it will show texture. So I always recommend less is more. Now I'm just touching up there a little bit, putting a little bit there. Now I'm going in with my bronzer, which is Bella. And I'm just gonna tap that on. And when you use your bronzer, tap it on, get your color, you may need more, and just keep tapping until it's blended out to how you like it. And you're sort of seeing me in my process where sometimes it takes me a little longer because I'll just keep tapping and blending. And where I pointed there on that, on my forehead area, in that concave area, I like to warm it up with a little bit of my bronzer. You sort of make that E motion. Also get your neck. Let's see, next I am going with a little bit of blush, and this is in the color Hollywood. It's a beautiful peachy pink. It's a great color. I think it's more on the neutral side, so I think anybody could wear this color. Just a little bit on the cheeks, not much. And let's see, what am I doing next? Still blending. All right, now that's Candlelit and White Peach. I use both colors for my AKA concealer. As you can tell, I just put it mostly over the Frenchie on the inner eye and then tap the rest of it out. And it just works phenomenally. Sometimes people think it's too much when they're like, it's using Frenchie and then using two colors over that, too much makeup. I promise you it's not. It works phenomenally. I use Frenchie all the time to color correct, and Frenchie isn't a thick consistency. So now I'm going back in with my illuminator and going to use a little bit on my cheeks. Now I don't use a lot when it's a powder illuminator because it can sit more on the top of your skin, so I just use very minimum just to give a little glow, a little bit on the nose. All right. doing? Oh, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I love this brow wax. This is my favorite. I feel like I've tried so many, and this one's great because it doesn't dry out, because it already is sort of dried out, and then you just wet it down with your setting spray, and then I will just shape my brows into the shape I want it. And sometimes it takes me a couple minutes just to get the shape I want. Yeah, I can be picky sometimes. I'll sit there for a while. And then I let it dry. Next, I'm going in with my contour color, and this is in the color Ash. I let that wax dry, and then I put a little bit of my contour color on to fill out my eyebrows, and it works great. And it does last all day. Yeah, I have no problem with it lasting all day. So just lightly filling in my brows. If you need help picking out a contour color for your brows, you can always ask me. Or if you have your own contour, play with it. And you can just see from the one eyebrow to the one I'm doing now how just giving a little bit more color to my brow shapes my face better. It's amazing what you can do with your brows with just a little bit of product. I guess I'm being a little picky here. Okay, what are we gonna do now, Beth? I think I'm going to add another eyeshadow color. Yeah, I'm going to add Bayou. I wanted a little bit more color, and Bayou is great for summer. It's just a bright aqua blue color, I guess, and I'm adding that on for a little bit more pop. And it just gave a great look. I always feel like Emerald City can be worn all year. Bayou I wear mostly in the summer. All right, now I am going in with my Givenchy powder. This is the Prism powder, which I absolutely love. This lasts forever. It's expensive, but it is so worth it. This is in the number 2, and that is with my Sigma brush I'm applying it with, which is my Sigma F87. And that powder just finishes off the look where you don't want shine. Now I'm going in with my lip liner. This is MAC lip liner in Oak. I'm telling you, just when you add lipstick, it literally finishes off the look. And it doesn't have to be a crazy color. I'm literally giving most of my color with the liner, and then I'll be going in with with just a gloss over that. This is the Nicole Wagner lip gloss in Nearly Naked. And this is a great consistency lip gloss. This isn't a thin lip gloss. This is just a nice consistency, not too thick, not too thin. And now one more thing, just to brighten up my lower lid, I am going with that neutral liner, and that's the Iconic London also, and that's in Natural. And I think I am done. So, easy look.